Warning: the following game is rated M for mature for the following reasons of blood and gore, partial nudity, and violence. The commentary partly reflects upon that aspect, containing vulgar language, swearing, and of course, more swearing. Viewer discretion is advised. I jump again?
No!
I take dive?
No!
I take leap of faith?
No! Hello everybody, welcome back to Ghost Dragon Gaming. My name is Mr. Terminator.
I'm Major Arcturus Soul, also known as Having Fun.
Welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin.
Yes.
Last time we beat the Belfry Gargoyles.
Kevin realized that he actually had it lucky when he fought against the two.
This time, where are we going?
Well, I'm buying arrows and McDuff here. Buying... There we go. Where is it? Sinner's Rise, here we are. Yeah, this is where it gets a little topsy-turvy now.
Oh,
So, I forgot to grind the sky off camera. Okay, well, I guess you're all seeing it now. I'll get us something with me.
well, we've already killed this guy like how many times?
2
Four?
times. Enemies, I think, spawn a total of 12 times. Ow.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long.
Carmen, give me dialogue here. Anything. Talk about anything. Keep commentary alive. If you fail this, I will cut your pay in half.
Dude, I'm the one paying you.
I will cut your pay in half.
You can't cut my pay in
I'm
half.
the one that manages our expenses.
But it's my bank account.
Technically speaking, hooked up with me.
How did you manage to do that?
Work around.
I did not sign your name onto this.
It's in there. Read the fine print inside of the fine print. Here's the contract, as well as the microscope.
But
Read it and weep.
there is no way that this is legal.
It's legal where I'm from.
Yeah, but you're not. But we're not in where you're from, are we?
Should I get my shadow lawyers involved? I'm pretty sure your law system would be able to handle them.
We are. Arcturus, the laws of your land do not apply here. We are
Too
not.
bad.
You do not rule over this world.
Read section C of our contract,
Section
paragraph 12.
Section C, paragraph 12. Where is that? Let's see here. Is this it?
Yep, right there. Paragraph 12.
Let's see.
If you read it closely, it does specify that how currently right now, on the signing of contract with Ghost Dragon Gaming Studios and whatnot, which we decided the name of our company name and whatnot, that technically speaking, any and all spending of money and expenditures, as well as pay and everything else, although this guy's completely dead now. That's not part of the contract, by the way. But technically speaking, you yourself, along with Ryan, are to abide and follow by certain rulings of which that are within inside of my realm. You signed the print.
When did I sign this?
You signed it when we first began.
This isn't my handwriting.
That's your handwriting, man. I don't forge. That's one of the few things I don't do. So you're gonna go ahead and cast blame? Cast blame on yourself. I might be a villain, but I never forged anyone's signatures, okay? That's abominable.
I seriously don't remember signing this.
And you signed it. this might seem annoying to some people. I'm going back up to the bonfire, not to sit at it. I'm just gonna light the torch. Because it's dark down there. Yeah, funny enough, even though it's called Sinner's Rise, we're not going up. We're going down. How far down, I hear you asking? You see where those waves are down there?
We're going all the way to sea level?
Almost, yeah. Maybe slightly below, by like a smidge. Not by much, but, you know, a smidge. Here we are. We'll be coming back for that summons in a bit. This is for that one girl.
Oh.
Turn around.
Oh my. Oh dear, wait. That was...
A boss, yeah.
I see.
Now it's not a boss anymore. He's been downgraded to a common enemy. Well, not common enemy. Once he's dead, he does not respawn.
Okay. That's certainly a pleasant surprise.
Especially because the fact that this guy can't do shit. I'm not fighting this guy legitimately. You wanna know why?
Why?
That water.
Slows you down?
A lot. It's as if you're fighting the ruined not ruined, the Flexaw Century.
When the ship was sinking?
Yep. You see how fast this guy hits.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting this at reduced speeds.
That does not seem fair at all.
No, it's not.
There's only one of them down here, right?
Yeah, only one.
So I see, like, a whole bunch of corners and all that, and I was...
Oh, no, don't worry. It's just the one guy.
Okay.
He just likes to run into the different corridors sometimes. In this case, he's actually stuck.
Well then.
Hold on, just look at him out.
Are you sure?
Here, get that, I can start shooting his hands for free. I don't see who this, who doesn't benefit from this. I win. I'm fine with this being easier, sure. Oh, just that one. There we go.
Man, how... He just... Wow.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 AI. Not the smartest. Hold on, almost done.
Talking about a fall from grace.
Almost. There we go. Here we go. I'll take that. There we go.
That just seemed pathetic.
Here we are. Thank you.
That seemed like a pretty large room, though.
Blossom Kite Shield.
Was there anything else in there?
No, there is nothing else. That's literally the edge before you go into the ocean.
No.
That's not a room.
Okay.
That was not a room. Does the outside qualify as a room, actually?
Didn't realize we were getting into philosophy here.
Is that philosophy?
Maybe.
I'll take your skull. There's something in here, I thought. Oh, here he is.
What the?
Gotta try something.
Although are there basilisks around here?
No, it's just those guys there.
Okay.
So, using the Bastille key, we can just cut right through everything here.
Alright.
No need to fight. No need to worry. I'll be going back, don't worry. I'm gonna go back and get our summons in a moment. I just need to take care of one more thing here before we get her. Utilizing the key again. We can like this.
Is that like a trail of gunpowder?
No, that's not gunpowder, that's just oil.
Oh.
I hope it wasn't gunpowder. Could you imagine just blowing up this entire building? Not being able to beat the game? That'd be shitty. It's like, hey, congratulations, you did the obscure thing. Also, congratulations, you soft-locked yourself. Fuck you. Also, I want to point out something important from my standing point here. That's the ocean. That's tower. And we're, technically speaking, in a cave with a large mausoleum-like cell at the very bottom. Technically speaking, by the way, this is the only cell that's set down like this. There is no other cell like that.
So that's just one big cell to
house one individual.
That's
And
one hell of a prisoner.
in the lore of the game, they are the worst of the worst. The most rotten, the most heinous, the most evil. That's responsible for the destruction of not one, not two, but 3 kingdoms.
Oh shit. Who the hell is this guy?
Dangerous. With our summon. Now there is one more we could get, but I'm not going to summon them. I really don't think I just need her.
Okay.
Come along, Bastille. I gotta be real careful with these NPCs. They're not smart. I've had some of them walk off ledges and die.
There she is.
Alright, ready for this? Watch closely. And behold!
I hate that.
Meet the lost sinner.
What was with that bug?
I'll explain it. The lost sinner is a bit more on the unique side with regard to bosses because she loves to jump around.
That's a woman?
Yes, actually. Sinner's AI, as long as you only get one. If you get two, it kind of gets a bit difficult, actually. The Sinner's AI kind of gets a little
Mixed up?
because she doesn't know who to target, and it kind of screws her over. I don't really fight her alone, but again, I want to see her fight and stuff. So, there's specialized old ones. That was one of the old ones, by the way. That's 1 out of 4. Done. So, I can start going about the lore in one moment. I want to point out, though, all these markings. Some people have linked these markings, by the way, back to Dark Souls 1. I'll explain where, but they're a thing. At one point in time, the Lost Sinner used to be chained up. But the chains are a bit oddly placed, because they're not towards the back of the room, but towards the front. And if the sinner who will truly want to,
It could
could
leave.
have gone out to here and just run into the ocean. And done.
Then
The Bastille here is known not exactly as a prison, but a torture funhouse, if you will. But here's the thing, because at the far end is a door. A door of which they try their best to kind of cover up, as well as ignore. Remember, her back was to the door, not to defend it, but for a different reason. Inside of this, by the way, you get a fragrant branch of yore and Elizabeth mushroom. You remember those things from Dark Souls 1, right?
yeah. Why did we?
And we have a primordial bonfire lit, as well as completing the Sinner's bonfire, which is also needed to beat the game. Yes, what's your question?
Why did we need to light the oil?
It lit the room.
Oh,
Without that, the room would be dark.
okay.
So, let's sit down. I'll quickly read their soul, which their soul's a little bit different compared to the others. Which I didn't read the Bell Gargoyle because I wanted to wait until now to read it. So,
Okay.
Gargoyle one, which how much time is left in this episode? Yeah, probably the rest of the episode is going to be me going into lore.
Alright.
Because I can finally start delving into some lore with other stuff too. So everyone's ready for this rest of the episode?
Go for it.
So, the Belfry Gargoyle soul reads, Soul of the Gargoyle of the Lost Bastille. The elaborate stone statues of the Belfry mysteriously came to light. So part of the thing with the gargoyles is that they defended that lunar belfry alongside with the crazed little marionettes.
Were they also made by the princess, or?
That's kind of unknown. But one interesting thing is the references and nods towards DS1. What with the invader down at the bottom with all the dogs, resembling the Capra demon, and how at one point in time in the original game, there was the key down there
Yeah, I remember
that you would have gotten to unlock the doors to be able to light the oil, so you can make the center a bit more easier. There's also the, of course, the gargoyles, there being 5 of them instead of 2, with them all being at full health. And shooting lightning. I have a feeling if you were playing that, you'd have rage quit.
Yeah.
So the Lost Sinner here, it reads, Soul of the Lost Sinner, prisoner of sinners rise. The Lost Sinner eternally punishes herself for the sins of her past. So here's the thing. I didn't go into the lore of Nomad's Wharf entirely, because we saw the Flexile Sentry there, but also within here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Flexile Sentry's job was not just to punish undead, but to also corral them.
Okay.
The Lost Bastille's true purpose is not just simply a prison. It is where the undead are corralled and banished to. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1. with the asylum. And all I will tell you this. With the sinner themselves, now there's not much I can truly divulge until later in the game, when we beat a couple other bosses that are somewhat partly linked to her, but at the exact same time not linked to her.
God
You need
damn
armor.
it.
Due to me leveling up with Mulligan here and buying all of his shit, if I go into here, the Lost Sinner's attire will actually be for sale. Each one has something slightly different, by the way. Ready? Penal Mask. Mask of the Lost Sinner. Increases equip load. The spikes pointing inward suggest that this was not only used to bind prisoners, but to torture them as well. The straitjacket reads, a tightly cinched belt presses against the waist. By now, no one knows who this was used to punish, or for what reasons. The handcuffs read, a device used to restrict use of the hands. And of course it reads the same thing, and it has the effect of raising the power of pyromancies. And lastly, the skirt reads, a tattered skirt that the guilty wear in shame. The thing with the Lost Sinners, they've
Are
been
you sure?
down there for so long. Everyone has forgotten about their crimes, except them.
What did they do?
The destruction of 3 whole communities, unintentionally, as well as the crimes of their past. Here's the thing. If we were to be in New Game Plus and fight through there, the Lost Sinner changes a little bit, where at half health, 2 red invaders will drop in suddenly from the sides of the arena and will start hurling pyromancies at you. And upon defeat, the Lost Sinner will not just drop their soul, but a second soul as well, known as the Old Witch Soul, lightly hinting towards that of Isolde. To make a long story short, there's 4 great old ones, right? How many big head honchos were there in Dark Souls 1?
4.
Gwyn, Isolde, Nito, and Seath. 4 kings, technically speaking, had Gwyn's soul,
So, she was Isolde.
at least the reincarnation. But there's more behind it than just she was Isolde and was punishing herself because of that. All I can say is when I find some other stuff, we can go further into details in depth. Okay? All I will say is that the Lost Sinner used to be someone who in turn punished themselves and stayed in isolation down there. Even after their cuffs came loose, they still stayed there. And by the way, the bug that creeped you out that crawled into her eye like that, that was basically the Chaos bug from Dark Souls 1. So yeah. It is partly unknown with No Man's Wharf where, because they are collecting the undead from all over the place, right? And there was a lot of pursuers. But the pursuers are Vendrick's creations, as well as the Ruin Sentinels, too. So why this then? Why were they hanging around in that Bastille? All will be explained later on, but all I can say is this. Vendrick, much like those who used to control the Bastille, did the same thing as those in Dark Souls 1. Gathered those of the curse, and put them in jail to rot away till the end of time. Any questions?
Do you think she ever would have forgiven herself?
No. Everyone's forgotten her crimes except for her. And when, if we will, probably when they were still aware of themselves, and when asked, they probably would never divulge it. Their own sin that they carried so venomously with themselves, it led to their own destruction. She could have walked away free, but it didn't feel right to her. The mask, the cuffs, the straitjacket and dingy skirt, all her own doing. Even the change in the center of the room, her own doing.
I can't help but feel sorry.
To be so lost in the past like that, huh? Well, that does it for this episode, everyone. And with that, though, we've finally finished up one of the paths, technically speaking. Take note, we went from Hade's Tower here, No Man's Wharf, to the Bastille, technically speaking, then to Sinner's Rise. And that's one path that's fully done. We will never be going along this path ever again.
So we're never going back to Sinner's Rise?
Well, I mean, we might go back to get maybe like 1 or 2 items, and eventually to undo that one guy's petrification curse. We're not doing it yet. I still want to hold on to that for a bit.
Right.
Before we end the episode, though, I am gonna level up.
Yeah, good idea.
That's fine. I want that for now. We're gonna get strength and dex each up to 26, I think.
5 levels, holy.
What?
We have 5, dude. That's a lot.
Yeah, Dark Souls 1, you leveled up a lot. It was crazy how fast you could level up. Real quick.
I knew you.
So, let me think here. Do I know those up again? Oh, okay. We're not getting those for a while. What's Dragon? Oh no, I'm not gonna level that up right now. Yes. Now we have good armor. Now we can take a beating.
I'll be around.
Alright, that's it for this episode. Next episode, I'm going to be exploring something down in that pit down there. Until then, everyone, do me a huge favor. Be wary of the dark.
See you next time.
Bye!